Welcome back to Out of Controllers, where Mariposa and Dan talk about poop.
No, we're not gonna talk about poop.
That was the socks.
I walk into the room.
Look at everything.
I looked at everything. Okay.
I walked into the room and they just screamed that they were talking about poop.
You asked what we were doing. You weren't in the room yet, so I said we were talking about poop in a loud voice so that you would be able to hear me.
Go to the next room, please.
We're going to go
play
to the next
video
room.
game.
I'm going to play the video game.
We're going to talk about talking about poop more. It's going to be fascinating, you guys.
I hope we aren't. What is a favorite game that you like to play that's not a video game?
Oh,
we're in the middle of the room.
Well,
Let's say I pick it.
when I was young, my two favorites were. Oh my God, you're a dip.
I'm sorry, I just.
Great. Fuck! You just walked onto the time trap. A brilliant way to disarm it.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's disarmed, isn't it?
Someone's disarmed, certainly. But so yeah, when I was a kid, my two favorite games were Skippo.
Yeah.
Which is for those of you who don't know, it's made by the same company that does Uno, and basically you're trying to get a stack of cards to 12, and while you're doing that, simultaneously get rid of a private stack you've got going on, and it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
And then the other game that I mentioned is called Scheißkopf. Which I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, but it's German for shithead, and I learned it backstage in a production that my dad was doing of Great Expectations. And it's basically Uno with a lot more swearing and
Convoluted rule sets.
they're not that convoluted. It's just that the cards themselves don't say what they do.
Yeah.
And there's this whole thing where the very end of the game gets left up to a certain amount of random chance.
Yep.
Well, Uno is literally just crazy eights with the, cards actually saying what they do.
I mean, yeah, a little bit,
So,
but with Scheißkopf, the very last set of cards that you have to get rid of are face down on the floor, and you're not allowed to look at them until you're about to play them.
Yeah.
So if you can't play them, and you're fucked.
Well, what I mean by that is, it's hard because the cards don't tell you what to do, but also, that's a thing.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And some people remember it just fine. Daniel.
I don't remember the rules to Scheißkopf because I've only played once, but I remember enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And it's my favorite game that I've ever played of Scheißkopf is you can only typically you can only play with 4 people, but I was in a high school production of Oklahoma that was absolute garbage. But I was part of the chorus and we were never on stage. So we would just sit backstage and I taught everyone this game, and we had, I shit you not, 5 decks going in a single game because we had 20 people playing. And there's this rule where if you get 4 of a kind, you can get rid of a bunch of cards.
Yeah.
And so, when you're playing with 5 decks, it's not uncommon to get more than 4 cards of any particular thing.
It's true.
And it was bananas.
Did it.
Indeed, we're proud.
You got a game,
Nothing
Mariposa?
in this room.
Yeah, there's nothing.
My favorite game that isn't a video game. I really like Rummy. I really like Rummy. My mom and I play Rummy a lot. They're up on the stakes a little bit.
I think for me, a lot of it was games my grandparents showed me. Because that was just the thing to do that would keep me entertained because I was a young rambunctious kid. And a lot during holidays we would play a game called Left, Right, Center. And it was a dice game. Where you had to roll basically to collect tokens from the center. Or it was you roll to give yours to the left or the right who are other players, and it was just a convoluted game. I actually don't think I've played that in a lot of years, but I saw it in a store recently and I was like, oh my god, it's real! It's not just a thing I made up in my head.
Yeah. I feel that hard.
No, I play Rummy with my mom a lot. And my mom loves playing games with me. Another thing, I would say Monopoly. I think that might be a little bit cliche, but also I just fucking love it.
I don't think it's a game that necessarily is cliche to love.
We had the only version of Monopoly that I've genuinely enjoyed was my dad had like a Lord of the Rings version of Monopoly, where like you could speed up the gameplay. Like one of the dice had like Sauron's eye on it as like the 1 number.
Okay.
And then you had the Ring of Power, and like you would move it across the properties every time Sauron's eye showed up. So like it made the game so much faster because once the ring got to Mount Doom, the game was over and you just tallied everything up.
Okay.
Oh, that is a good way to make it fast.
Yeah. So I enjoyed. That's the only version of Monopoly I have genuinely enjoyed playing.
No, again, I like it. Again, when I play with my mom, my mom has this thing, because her little brother, she would always go really hard on her brothers. Mm-hmm. She's the older sister, so she would be really hard on them. And, it worked out because one of her younger brothers, he would always be surprisingly, like, intense about like board games, and even though he's like really quiet because he turned out to be a lawyer, so he's like this quiet guy, but he's also like really intense.
Objection.
Oh,
and
another video game series.
But yeah, hang on, let me finish.
Oh my god.
So my mom likes to play really hard, but my siblings are both kind of sore losers.
Oh yeah.
So she doesn't like playing with them as much. Like she'll still do it, but she doesn't like it as much. And she likes playing with me because I go hard.
Click the buttons while you talk.
But that becomes plot, and then she can't tell her story.
Well, we can pause on the window, but we can just click it.
No. Anyway.
Fine.
What's this? Sounds like Julia and Colin down in the kitchen.
Oh, this is terrible. It is all very well for the chief inspector and even for the others. But who is going to serve the guests if you and I are stuck in the kitchen?
Cool your heels, girl. Stop pacing. Those potters don't need nothing anyway.
But everyone is so frightened, and fear, it makes one thirsty, mais non? I am certain the guests, they shall be happy for a little tea, and happy guests, they tip very well.
Something in that. But how can we serve them tea when Parker told us not to leave the kitchen?
The inspector, he did not say. He said we must not leave our partners. If you and I go together, we are following instructions, no?
I suppose. And I wouldn't mind stretching my legs a bit.
Good. I already made the tea. If you help me carry it, we will serve everyone and be back in no time.
Alright, let's go.
Huh. Well, I guess it can't hurt.
Really, there's a murder going on and people moving around doesn't make you suspicious. Okay.
Anyway, dumbwaiter.
Trays and shit.
Yes. It's just rooms from here on out.
Oh.
Just
Yes.
knock over the microphone.
I'll do it. Anyway.
And when you break it, you can pay me $300 for a new one. It'll be great. Oh my god, it's a bigger room. Why does this have to happen to us?
Because that's how this game goes.
Oh, but also that objection that we said earlier was a reference to another game series that apparently people don't necessarily know about, or it might just be like a thing you don't know about. But there's a DS game series called Phoenix Wright, and it is baller as hell. You are playing a defense attorney in a country that has kind of weird legal
A
laws.
bullshit legal system.
A bullshit legal system that's kind of really weighed against the defense. Like, you only have 3 days to prove your client's innocent.
Alright, it's more than just that, though, because yes, you only have 3 days to prove that your client is innocent. Like, you're only in court for 3 days, and then they will be hanged. But also,
something.
like, no, they'll be hanged. The that's, like, usually what happens. But the prosecution is not required to tell you anything. In fact, they can keep shit from you. And the same goes for, like, the police. Like, they don't have to tell you anything. And
Yeah.
I'm like, this is
The police
bullshit.
cooperate with the prosecution, not the defense. But it's a really fun game series.
It's really fun.
And
It's so much
it's really
fun.
simplistic, but it is like the plot draws you in really deeply.
Its mechanics are simplistic.
Yeah,
The
it's
game
the
itself
mechanics.
is not.
Yeah, no,
It's
the,
very complicated. The plot is. I
the
love
logic,
it.
the logic of the series is interesting.
But for those of you who do not have a DS or
don't suggest they pirate it.
no, I'm not
Okay.
saying that.
Although-
I'm saying
Daniel.
there is a very good playthrough of it going on right now by Press Buttons and Talk by people who are better voice actors than we are.
Excuse you.
All right, hold
You're
on.
Fantastic.
Hold on, because it's that time.
Oh, shucks.
So thank you everybody for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks
We
for
will
watching.
finish this level up in a bit.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.